So this is an inspection I did on a Chevy Traverse, and they said that they were having some issues with the RPM jumping up and down, which is apparently a problem with these things. So I stuck my phone in the wheel well after inspecting the brakes. I had looked at the brakes, but that footage didn't show up well at all because I maybe didn't have my flash on or something. Anyways, all the brakes looked good. We can see a tag there, eh? And this looks pretty clean. There's a lot of crap from winter on it, but looking at this strut assembly and everything, looks pretty good. We can see that boot down there. That's part of the, I don't know, drivetrain, or that's the axle or whatever it is. I don't know. Not too much. That caliper looks rusty though. That's probably an original caliper.
Calipers are usually rusty though, eh? Don't they rust pretty easily?
Wow.
Because of the metal?
They show their age. The point is it hasn't been replaced.
And those shocks, they look really new.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So would they have been replaced? Is that a...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So here I'm checking the lines, and the lines looked good, but we see some rust bubbling up here, right? There's rust bubbling up along the front hood, and I don't know if that was tried to be fixed up and it's bubbling back up, but the whole front edge of this hood is looking like it's going to burst open with rust. So we've got some rusting, and then we've got a lot of, well, here's another wheel well. So we're going to see new shocks again, or newish shocks.
Yeah, the tag's barely worn out.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you out there watching this who don't look underneath cars that are up here in Canada or in the Rust Belt of the United States, like, that's how things look after a couple months. And it was really cold. It was like minus 20 degrees Celsius this day, which I don't know, that's even minus temperatures in Fahrenheit, I think. So there we see some older stuff too that's showing a little bit of rust. And here we zip around to the back. And now this is what I saw myself. All that footage was me sticking the phone in the wheel well. I couldn't actually see that during the inspection. There's another new spring. But now we see in behind the wheel, and we can see that those brakes look rusty. Look at that bushing there in the top left corner. It's got black stuff leaking from it, yellow stuff leaking. Is the yellow stuff a fix for it and the black stuff is the leak, or are those both a leak? If anyone knows that, I'd appreciate a comment. That'd be awesome.
And I wonder if the color of the seal itself is actually yellow.
Yeah. So look at the rust on these parts, right? And of the frame. We just kind of, there, all that rust there. Zip. So this is frame and subframe and control arms and things. I don't know these things that well, especially in an all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive vehicle like this. I've got a lot to learn there. But that stuff is all showing its age. And clearly, that suspension was rusting away and had to be replaced or something. Because all of that looks pretty bad.
Yeah, and that's a big job. That's, that costs a fortune to do. So you wouldn't do that unless absolutely necessary, right?
Right. They were spending money to keep this on the road. And it's not even that old. It's a 2011.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So this is why you get rust proofing.
Yeah, this would probably look a lot better all underneath if it was crowned, right?
Oh yeah. So those fittings, those are look bad, and then the metal itself. Look how rusted all the joins are, all the welds. It's
Bolts.
just corroding like crazy. And there's a new part, whatever this thing is there, right? That's
Is that an
standing
arm?
out. Nice. Yeah, it looks like some kind of arm. What are we looking at here? So I'm climbing like further and further towards the front of the car underneath.
Do you think that's new, or do you think that's just actually a piece that's made from a different type of metal that doesn't...
If anyone knows, in the comments.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it isn't new. Who knows?
That's some kind of all-wheel drive stuff there. I don't know about that. I know front-wheel drive cars, basically. And not even much about them. Look at the rust on the rear cross member or whatever. Is that structural? Is that frame, or is that something like some kind of subframe? I don't know. Someone who knows Chevy can tell me, or SUVs can tell me. But by this time, and I'm focusing on it now, right, with the camera. So by this time, all this rust in all these different places has caught my eye, and that's where the camera's going. Whoa, try to keep your lunch. So that muffler, I don't know if that's original, but it's a little
It's got a
older.
hole in it.
It's not as new as the springs anyways. I think that's the spot where the moisture's meant to drip out of it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Look
Yeah,
at
I guess
how rusty those are above there. Look at how rusty
Yeah.
that is. This is another bushing which looks terrible. To me anyways. I don't know. Is that terrible? People can tell me.
Yeah, anything looks weird when it has yellow goo coming out of it.
Yeah. That's why we're making these videos, right? I hope that there's someone out there that can watch this. Maybe we'll look for people on Reddit or something that would want to
Teach us.
or take a look at our video and just point these things out. That would be great. I love Reddit. So we see like there's been new springs, a whole new strut assembly actually. We can see some other parts. There's some welding that's been done. To what? I don't know. And so we know they've been spending money on it, and they have problems with the RPM. It revs funny apparently, which is apparently a problem with this vehicle. I researched it well enough, and that's a common problem. And there was with this picture here, I mean, the complaints are astronomical, the amount of complaints on this vehicle. So I don't feel good about the vehicle at all. I don't think I want to own it at almost any price. But I don't know. Do people like Chevs and they keep a resale value because, I don't know. Anyways, people out there can tell me what they think of $8,000. I don't think I'm spending $8,000 on this one. So let me know.